Welcome to another edition of The Good Outdoors on 99.5 Kicks Country with Steve, Daryl, and Ronnie. It's everything about the outdoors. Take it away, guys.
Good morning. Welcome to the Thursday edition of The Good Outdoors radio show here from beautiful Valdosta, Georgia and Black Crow Studios. How you doing, Steve?
I'm doing good. I'm still reeling about a report I got from y'all guys yesterday about a caller from another country.
Oh, yeah.
That is exciting, man. I'm fired up about that. We have went worldwide, brother. Worldwide, all the way from China.
Yes,
what
sir.
Part of China was he calling
In
from?
northern China. He's from up around Adel Tipton area. He works up there at the pipe plant. And he listens to us every day. And from what I can understand, he's never called in before, but he listened to us every day. And he took us with us. Took us with him.
How about that?
He jumped on the internet while he was over there yesterday, off work, and he said, "Hey, I'm listening to you guys right now. I wanted to let you know you're doing a great job." And let me tell you, buddy, we appreciate that. Appreciate you listening to us and thinking enough about us to get on there and pull us up and holler at us too. That was just awesome.
That's right. And once again, proving that there's absolutely no excuse for not listening to the show. No matter where you are, what time of day it is. It probably wasn't even yesterday. It was probably tomorrow over there.
That's
or something like that.
Something like that. It was it's roughly around 12 hours ahead. So that's what me and Ronnie was talking about after we got off the phone with him. He was probably sitting there. It was roughly 5 o'clock in the afternoon over there when he called, and he's probably off work for the day. We were thinking, and just sitting there doing a little paperwork, and pulled us up. Man, was listening to us, and man, we appreciate it. I told him when he got back, back to the States to give us a call, tell us he made it back, and let us know his trip went good, and it was just awesome, man. I appreciate that.
That's right, and that's something to think about for all you listeners that set your clock, and they are out there. We've heard them call in. They set their clock to get up to listen to the show. Hey, if it's a little too early, move to China. You get 12 hours extra sleep.
Yeah, it don't
Makes
quite
sense.
work that way.
Yeah, it's a little different. I mean, can you imagine scheduling a call in? Hey, call me tomorrow. Did you get there? And he don't call, and then he says, "Well, I called you yesterday." Well, you were supposed to call me tomorrow. Well, what day is it over there? It'd get confusing.
Yeah, it'd get messed up in a heartbeat, man.
Big round world we got with all these time zones, man.
Man, it's it was totally different over there. Going over, I didn't have any sort of jet lag. I left. I was up for almost 24 hours traveling when I went that time. And I didn't have any type of jet lag because when I got there, it was actually dark. And I mean, it was, to me, I'd been up 24 hours. It was morning time, but it was almost 24 hours I'd been up. Actually dark over there, ready to go to bed, so I actually timed it right. Now coming back, boy, I was all screwed up.
Yeah, I can imagine. I've never flown like that. I've never went. I've been out of the country, but it was south. You know what I mean? It wasn't over to Europe or anything like that.
It was rough, man.
I can imagine. I have flown, across a couple of time zones in the state, which is an odd thing, to like going to Las Vegas out of Atlanta. You leave there at 7 a.m. You get out in Las Vegas, it's only like 8 a.m. You know what I mean? It have the time, so I can imagine what it would be like, doing that.
It was different, but the hardest thing to me was the flight over there, and it was a almost 12-hour flight. We took off from Atlanta and went all the way to Narita, Japan, and it was almost 12 hours. And I'm sitting there. I've never flown that far before. I've flown, different places throughout the United States, but never flown that far. I didn't know anything about choosing my seat before the flight or anything like that, and I was stuck in the middle seat.
Oh gosh!
I had this little small Mexican dude on my left up against the window.
What was he doing going to Japan?
I don't know. And he may have been
or China, or
he may have been Chinese dude, or I don't know. But he was a foreigner.
He went from Ayara,
and he was all kind of curled up over there in his seat, and then had this military woman on my right that was I don't think she took a day of physical training, and I was stuck, but she went to sleep. She'd evidently flown a lot. She went to sleep, and I couldn't get up. I didn't want to disturb the woman. I needed to go to the bathroom. 12 hours, and I said, man, I got to do something. So on the way back, when I got there, the first day I was there, I went online and I chose my seat coming back.
Oh yeah,
and I picked the seat with the emergency door right in front of me. I didn't care if it was inside, middle, or what of them three. And
had plenty of room.
Oh man, I had plenty of room move my feet and get up and do what I wanted to do. Learned a good lesson though.
Yeah, I always on the flights when somebody they say, hey, do you feel comfortable working the emergency door? And every now and then there's ladies there. No, they want to trade. Man, I always volunteer.
Yes,
Give
sir.
me that, and you got plenty of leg room. That's the seat to have right there.
Yes, sir.
For those y'all want to have some sort of example of how long 12 hours on a plane is, look at your clock right now. It's just after 4. Set your alarm for about 4 this afternoon,
Yep.
and then you'll remember, well, Daryl's just getting off the plane now.
Yes, sir.
And then you'll have some sort of idea how long that is. I can't
It's a
imagine
long
flying. It
time.
drives me nuts flying 2 or 3 hours, but
we went to Narita, Japan. Then we, take a hop for about 2 to 3 hours from Japan to China, and they treat you like royalty over there when you're an American.
Huh.
They bumped me to first class. Just because I was an American.
That's a bummer.
And it really sucked. I can tell you that. Bumped me up to business class is what they call it, not first class, business class.
Business class.
Let me tell you what. Now they got some seats up there to recline back. You got plenty of room, and I was in hog heaven now. And on the way back, I was so hoping they would bump me, on that little 3-hour flight back, but they didn't that time, and I was cramped.
I've never been bumped to business or first class. So I did get to fly first class one time.
But I had the option.
Only because I wasn't paying.
The company that took me over there that I was doing the work for, they gave me the option. Say, look, we fly everybody over business class, and we give everybody the option to they can bump. They can go back to regular economy, I guess it is, and
Coach.
and you pocket
The difference.
Huh. Because it saves them. You pocket a portion of the difference. Anyway, it was about $1,200.
Wow.
And shoot, I took, I tell you what I did. I took the $1,200 and stuck it in my pocket.
I would have too.
Now,
I would have too.
Next time,
That's a long way. That's a long way for 12 hours.
And I got somebody else paying my way. I'm going business
That's
class.
$100 an hour just for sitting in there, though. You think about it. That's a lot of money.
But you know what? I'm going business class. I'm telling you.
Are you a businessman?
And I could prop my feet up and everything. I had a good time though.
Yeah.
But,
that's interesting.
yeah, there was a lot of. I looked for outdoor activities. I wasn't over there, but for like 4 days, and 4 days in China, I looked for outdoor activities, but there's plenty of them to do. There's farms over there. I was talking about it a little bit the other day. They're only like a quarter acre
farm.
Yeah, I mean that's a farm. These people were pointing out these farms over there. It was so funny. The factory we were working in, the water they used to cool the equipment, the machines, and everything off, run out down into a ditch, a trough in the floor, run out the building and into this farm on the side of the building, watering their plants, watering their food. Really, I mean contaminated water.
That's nasty.
And it was totally different. I had a good time, but it was a nice place to visit. Don't want to live there.
Man, I tell you, some guy was telling me, he was saying something about he went up somewhere overseas. He goes, you know what the main difference is between over there and here? And I said, what is it? He said, well, when you get out and you step outside onto the sidewalk and you look left for as far as you can see, for miles and miles and miles, there's a 10-story building, one right after another, after another, after another, after another. He said, and you look right, same thing. He said, that's the biggest difference. He said, there's more people over there than you can possibly imagine. I don't remember what he was talking about. I don't know if it was, Japan, China. I don't know. But his point was that it was just absolutely packed with people. Had to be somewhere like China, I guess. But
yeah, China is absolutely packed. They're only allowed to have one child in their family.
Yeah.
If they have more, they have to pay.
Yeah.
And it's really different how they do things over there. I mean, we think we've got it rough at times here.
Yeah.
No, man, go to a foreign country.
I was thinking about that very subject the other day, and this is kind of getting off on a tangent a little bit, but population control. We exercise that when we manage our leases. For deer, hogs. We're worried about populations of coyotes and managing the herd and things like that. Well, you think about it. The reason we manage the deer herd is because the land has what we call a maximum carrying capacity. Mm-hmm. Well, guess what, people? The earth has a maximum carrying capacity too.
It does.
And China has reached what they feel like is at or near the maximum carrying capacity. So they have instituted a management program. And this is a weird way to say it, but they have to manage their population, because if they don't, it's going to get bad. It's going to get to the point where it's gridlock. You can't go nowhere. You can't provide for the people, and I think they're having a hard time with that now in a lot of places over there. Even in the U.S., it's not because of carrying capacity necessary, but we have to worry about feeding the hungry. Imagine what it would be like if we were truly overpopulated. How bad it would be. So I hope it don't ever get to the point that we have to have the government start dictating how many children we have. But at the same time, what's the answer? Once you get to the point, what do you do? Just keep letting it go? Yep. I don't know, man. You start getting to a lot of moral things.
You think about it. Look at the just here in South Georgia, from the difference of when me and you grew up right there in Hayhire to now. Yeah. The population in Hayhire itself has boomed.
Yeah, it's boomed.
When we first moved out there off of Aldale, where Mom lives, we had very few neighbors. But now you cannot even walk out her door without neighbors being everywhere. Population increase.
I was marveling at a picture that John Wayne Baxter posted on Facebook last night of the Hayhire High School. It was an aerial photograph of Hayhire High School, and you could see Granny's house.
Yep.
Over there. But it would be interesting to you because we grew up in that neighborhood, but you can see Stanfield Street from the aerial photograph. And all those houses, like if you go if you turn on that little road and go over to Stanfield and turn left and go down towards where we used to live, that's all woods. There's no houses there in the photo. The only houses that's in the photo is Granny's house, the big house across the street, and then down the road, there may be 3 or 4 houses in that aerial photo, and that was in 1960. Which was 50 years ago. But you're right, man. The population has boomed in just Hayhire. Used to, we knew everybody in Hayhire.
I know everybody.
Now I don't know anybody.
Hey, we got to take a break this morning. We'll be right back here on the Good Outdoors. Thanks for listening, everybody.
Here we go again. Every time there's a food plot to be planted, Daryl's nowhere to be found. You see him, Ronnie?
He's probably in the truck eating a dang sandwich.
I'm sitting right here by this tree, and they don't even see me.
Man, that Realtree AP was designed to blend hunters with their surroundings, not hide them when it's time to work.
I'm so hidden, the scooters can't even find me.
Okay, Daryl, come on. We got to get this stuff planted.
What's that? Hey, stop it.
Realtree. It's so real, a coyote might pee on it.
Serves you right, you slacker.
The grill might be in storage, but that's what campfires are for. And the backyard party is on hiatus, but that's because everyone is tailgating. Only the seasons change, tastes don't, and when you've got Bud Light Lime, you don't need summer to have a good time. It's the superior drinkability of Bud Light with a splash of 100% natural lime flavor. Look for a Bud Light Lime and find your summer state of mind anytime. It's in the lime. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Lime flavored beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
What in the world is that noise?
Sounds like the transmission's about to come out of my truck.
Transmission? Sounds like Alien vs. Predator under there. Let's get it to Ronnie at Eagle Auto Repair.
Ronnie, I got a problem.
Problem? It sounded like Superman fighting the Incredible Hulk.
No, it was worse than that.
Come on, man. This is for real. I ain't got the money to be fixing no big problem.
Chill out, dude. You're at Eagle Auto Repair. We'll fix it right and as inexpensive as we can. We only use quality parts, and my guys are some of the best trained technicians in town.
Yeah, but can they stop a fight between Godzilla and King Kong? Because I'm betting that's what they're going to find under there.
Eagle Auto Repair.
321 Lakes Boulevard, Lake Park, Georgia.
Jones Welding and Industrial Supply has been serving South Georgia and North Florida for over 3 decades. With 9 locations in the South, Jones Welding and Industrial Supply is a full-line distributor for all welding and industrial supplies. The Jones mission is to provide quality products at a competitive price in order to supply the best service available. Jones Welding and Industrial Supply has built a reputation for good, honest, old-fashioned service. For a location near you, visit www.joneswelding.com. Jones Welding and Industrial Supply is a proud supporter of the Good Outdoors. It's that time of year. People everywhere will be scrambling to find somebody to take care of filing their taxes. Fast Tax and Bookkeeping at 1407 West Hill Avenue, Suite Q has a quick turnaround time and the knowledge to prepare your taxes properly, making sure you are getting what's due. With $25 1040 EZ filings, electronic refunds in a flash, military and college student discounts, and fast and friendly service, drop by and see Lisa Griffiths and the gang at 1407 West Hill Avenue, Suite Q, or give them a call at 229-253-0181 to schedule an appointment.
So you need a car, truck, or SUV? Look no further than Midway Auto Emporium at 4189 Bemis Road, Valdosta, Georgia. Cameron and Melissa Tucker has been serving the Valdosta area for over 7 years now. They are a family-owned and operated local business with hometown values and still believe in handshake deals. With a great selection of used cars, trucks, and SUVs, with a Carfax report on every one of them, along with bank financing at all credit levels and interest rates as low as 1.85% with approved credit. 4189 Bemis Road, or visit their website at midwayautoemporium.com.
You're listening to The Good Outdoors with Steve, Daryl, and Ronnie on 99.5 Kicks Country. Now, let's get back to the fun.
Yeah, welcome back to The Good Outdoors, man. I was cruising along the internet this morning, and Roger Penske has chimed in and said it's time to move on from Logano and Hamlin dust-up. And Hamlin's out for 6 weeks with a back fracture.
He's out for 6 weeks. I wondered how long it was. It's going to be hard to ride around in the car with a broke back like that.
Yep.
Yeah, he just gave up his championship run for this year.
Sure did. He's done for this year.
Yeah, I tell you, it's. I wonder what his. I hadn't really officially heard him comment about Logano. Have y'all? Have I? I hadn't really paid attention.
Hamlin?
Yeah, Hamlin himself.
Yeah, he said he wasn't really worried about it. It's done it over, and they've exchanged texts. You know, it's pretty much. I got my turn my sound down here a minute. Y'all excuse me.
Yeah,
sorry about that.
Yeah, I was just wondering. You know, I never heard it, so I'm glad to know that he feels that way. It wouldn't be good. You know, all this retaliation stuff's not always.
I don't know about him and Tony Stewart, but
yeah, there's the problem.
Yeah, I tell you what, the more I think about that, the crazier that is. Y'all know how I feel about that. I mean, you came in 22nd, dude. Obviously, your car. I mean, that block might have cost you some spots, but you weren't going to win the race. I don't care what nobody says on that. Not from what I saw, and I am not a NASCAR novice, so I don't really know.
Well, it comes down to if you got gotten out there in front, get some of that fresh air, this car runs a lot different.
Yeah,
he got slammed back in that traffic, and that's how NASCAR is.
I just don't think he could have got around Logano or Hamlin or Kyle Busch.
I don't think he could have got around him, but I think he'd had a heck of a lot better finish than a 22nd.
Yes.
If he hadn't got. I don't know that.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it cost him some money. I mean, any way you look at it, because they're paid by the place they come in, I guess. But I don't think he'd have won. But that's another thing. And NASCAR is a little bit different than a lot of sports. You get rewarded handsomely, for coming into places like golf. You know, I think it's pretty. You know,
you got to earn your paycheck.
Yeah, I just think I think you either win or you lose. That's just me, right. And but
you never know. I was also looking, and I found something on Yahoo that's pretty interesting to me. I didn't get to see the actual video of it, but a Colorado homeowner, and this is kind of funny to me with the the gun laws they're just passing out here in Colorado, and more to come, by the way, out there. But a Colorado homeowner got a up close and personal visit with 3 mountain lions prowling near his home.
Oh, that's a nice visit.
Yeah, he was home Tuesday when he heard something outside his window and went to the window to take a look. The eyes of one of the lions were staring back at him.
Whoa.
Yeah, it was a little bit frightening because the only thing protecting me was that piece of glass. He said he lives at such a high altitude in the mountains of Colorado that he has set up cameras and sensors to alert him when wildlife who call the region home are close by. And it was one of those home security cameras that captured 3 mountain lions exploring his yard Tuesday. One of them came over and stood on his feet and looked directly into the window. And the man goes on to say the mountain lions walked away without conflict, and he says it's an honor to live among these wild beasts despite the potential danger.
Yeah, it's an honor to you taking the trash out one night when I'm slapped upside the back of the head.
Yeah, but
it'd be a real honor, dude.
I'd have to have more than just glass between me and them.
Can you imagine looking out the window and seeing that, dude?
I couldn't.
Wow,
I can't. 3 of them. That's kind of unusual, though. They had to be, it had to be 2 pups or whatever you call the little ones with the mom. Yeah. Because they're fairly territorial, and their home range is like a 10 square mile home range. And they have to have a big home range because they can't kill everything. They won't have anything to eat.
Huh.
So they have a huge home range. I'm actually watching the video now. Oh yeah, man. Yeah, it's a big old piece of glass that does like a small one that's peeking up there through the window, though. I mean, it looks big, but it looks like a young one.
Yeah, I tell you, if somebody, would have asked him a few minutes after seeing him initially, he would have said he weighed 500 pounds.
I guarantee you. He's standing up there looking in the window, too, just like he said. Now, that is just crazy.
That's kind of like like buck fever.
Yeah.
People get buck fever and they say, "Man, I saw him. He was a 12-point. He must have weighed 250 pounds." And then, the guy right down the line there shoots him, and it turns out to be a 4-point that weighs 120 pounds. You could just, I don't know if you call it buck fever or exaggeration, but whatever it is not accurate.
Nah. But it is interesting to see animals like that, and I wouldn't mind living around animals in that way, but I guarantee you I'd be packing every time I walked out my door.
Ain't no doubt about that.
In Colorado, you're not going to have that very much longer.
No, you're not. It's every man for himself out there in Colorado right now.
Wish you could have shot him, dude, but you ain't got no guns left anymore in about 2 more years.
No.
And Duck Dynasty is huge. It's a huge show. It has so many millions of people watching it every week. But they're trying to film season 4. And they're in a dispute for salaries. They're holding out for higher salaries. They want over $200,000 an episode.
Well, that ain't much.
That ain't much. I would love to get $200,000 per episode of The Good Outdoors.
I wonder. It says the Robertson family is reportedly demanding $200,000 an episode from A&E. I wonder if that's $200,000 for the whole family.
That's what I'm wondering.
Because if it is, you divide that among as many people that are on there. It's a lot of money, but compared to what Troy Landry's getting for Swamp People,
Duck Dynasty, it shows the picture of 4 of them right here. The 4 main characters.
Yeah,
that's $50,000 a piece
per episode.
13 episodes.
I don't know how many they do, but I mean, I'm sure it's 10 to 13 or so, something like that.
That's a lot of money. And on top of their Duck Dynasty thing, I mean, yep. And just how bad can it be to have the cameras around you to film these episodes? Really? I mean, I know it's a reality show. It's not like a walk in the park, but still. I mean,
that's an easy way to make a living there. We do the Hunting is Good TV show. We have to do everything. We have to film it, produce it. Come up with the concept of it, the whole 9 yards. All these cats do have to show up. That's right. The script's already written. The idea's laid out ahead of time. They got the cameraman. It's all produced by A&E. They have no cost in it. So that $200,000 they're asking for, trust me, that's all profit on their end. If they gave, if we collected $200,000, per episode, we'd be doing fine. Don't get me wrong, but we would have expenses out of that because it costs us, $5,000 to $6,000 an episode out of our pocket. Times 13. So we're having to pay that to be on air. They are getting paid to be on air. There's an absolutely huge difference in there. They're popular. Everybody knows who they are, and they're in demand. But they get a lot of money for their appearances too. Some of them were just here in Valdosta this past weekend.
That's right.
They get a crap ton of money just for showing up and drawing a crowd because they're hot. But when you're looking at this, they're getting season 3 premiere had 8.6 million viewers. 8.6 million viewers for the premiere episode, whereas we get just over 1.1 million for every 4 episodes. Excuse me, every 12 episodes because they repeat. So it's a big difference. Yeah. It's a money maker. So when Coca-Cola or Walmart or whoever wants to run a 30-second commercial during the airing of the Duck Dynasty, they're exposed to 8.6 million viewers in that 30 seconds they run their commercial. So they'll get it all worked out because I can tell you one thing: money makes the world go around, and A&E is making a lot of money off of Duck Dynasty.
Man,
and trust me, Duck Dynasty they worth a lot of money, but they're not going to throw away whatever they're getting paid right now.
Oh no. Duck Dynasty and Duck Commander, Buck Commander. It's a huge business. That made them rich.
Yep,
no doubt. And now, they're just getting more and more money I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining because they're doing really well. That's great. That's the American way.
Free market.
I'm just jealous.
Yeah, you go. I can say that.
I just can't help but think that I don't know what they're getting paid now. It's none of my business what they're getting paid now. I don't know how much this increase would be. But enough is enough at some point in time, dude.
Man, I know that's a lot of money. It was talking in here about the cast of Jersey Shore.
Yeah.
When they renegotiate on MTV, they renegotiated their raise from $10,000 an episode to over $100,000 between season 2 and 3. So if Duck Dynasty is entering season 4, asking for a raise after 4 seasons, that's probably pretty modest, and it just gets down to the amount that you're asking for. But get all you can, brother. Get all you can. I would.
You dang right. Yeah, get it while you can.
Get it while you can. Ain't always going to be there, is it?
No, it sure ain't. I was sitting here thinking about hunting in China, and I'm not going to do a segment on this, but I was wondering what types of hunting you can do in China, because China's a very regulated country.
Yeah.
I know they do a lot of skeet shooting, sporting clay shooting, trap shooting, different things like that, because I've read that before. But they're also they get, they do I don't know, what am I trying to say? The animals over there are kind of rare animals for you to be able to go hunt, and they do hunts for them. And some of them are just weird looking goats.
Yeah, they've got an interesting creature over called I think it's in China, called a Pierre David, which is it's hard to describe it, but it's like a deer, but it's the size of probably close to an elk, but a little more agile on his feet than an elk, and he only has like straight antlers, like a spikes like a billy goat, but they're long. They're about 2 feet long. But I think they come from over there. Over there, you probably can shoot them, pretty reasonable. But over here, it costs $10,000 or $12,000 on a preserve to hunt them, and yeah, big difference. We got a call coming in. We'll go ahead and take the call this morning. Good morning, caller. You're on the air.
Hey guys.
Hey, what's going on, buddy?
Stickman
in the house.
Stickman in the house. What's happening this morning?
Oh, we don't know it. We're just talking about our worldwide reach, man.
I heard that. Pretty neat call last night from China.
It sure was.
Talking about the Duck Dynasty, I did the home show this weekend. I put my business in the home builder show out there. They were there. The word is they wanted Uncle Si to come. Right. And he wanted $20,000 to show up.
Yeah, that's what they're getting. That's Troy Landry. He don't move for $20,000 to $25,000. So they get. Uncle Si, he's getting on a little long in the tooth.
Yeah.
He's got to get it while he can.
He wanted $20,000 an episode, and they said they didn't want to do that right now to see what kind of draw it would have. Which those guys, the Godwin and Martin, that was a pretty good draw.
Oh yeah.
But I don't know. I didn't hear the figure they got. If I had to guess, they probably got $20,000 for the both of them.
Yeah,
let me make this known right now. For me, for $20, I would make an appearance.
I hear you. And a bucket of chicken.
That's what I'm talking about.
Matter of fact, you can take the $20 and buy the bucket of chicken, and
I'll
still show up.
Right.
There you go.
You don't have to pay me to show up nowhere.
So it was a good draw, and Si was in the area. He was speaking at a church close by, and Jason, his wife, was in Lenox.
Yeah, that's right.
So they were all close, but
yeah.
I look forward next year to draw somebody else in.
Yeah.
But I know they did say Si was $20,000.
Yeah.
You got to get a lot of people through the door to justify paying somebody $20,000.
Yeah, that was a good crowd, but if you had 500 at $5 a head, that ain't but $2,500.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Well, now, Stickman, you do a little business on the side there. So why don't you go ahead and tell us about that and get yourself a plug in while you're on the radio?
I do a little blind business, blinds, shades, and shutters.
Good deal.
Shade of Perfection. Yeah. Those shades you're looking up there in the studio there at you, those are my shades.
Good deal. Good deal.
I appreciate that. But,
well, how would they get a hold of you if they wanted an estimate on some shades?
251-3479.
10-4. Well, when I need a little shade, that's who I'm going to call. The Shades of Perfection.
Stickman,
get you hooked up.
I appreciate it, boys.
No problem. Spread the love, brother.
I am. Y'all be good.
All right, man.
Thank you.
All right.
Shades of Perfection is what it's called?
Shades of Perfection. Tim D. Smith. Stickman. We've known him all our lives. He's a fine gentleman. If you have any needs for shades in your home or business, give him a call, and he'll hook you up. Ain't no doubt about it.
No doubt about it.
And don't mind recommending somebody that we know.
Hey, we got to take a break here on the Good Outdoors. We'll be right back in just a few minutes. Thanks for listening.
There's only one place in Valdosta if you want the freshest seafood in town. It's Bubba Jack's Crab Shack at 1700 West Hill Avenue. They got wild Georgia shrimp cooked about any way you could want it. Fried, peel and eat, grilled or buffalo style. They got a Wednesday night oyster special at $7.99 a dozen, and that ain't no mistake. $7.99 a dozen, Wednesday night only. Bring the kids with you, and if they don't eat seafood, get them some chicken tender baskets or hamburger hot dog. And do not forget to try the fresh cut, hand-dipped onion rings at Bubba Jack's Crab Shack, 1700 West Hill Avenue, Valdosta. Val Optics on Patterson Street in Valdosta, Georgia has been providing 1-hour service for 25 years. From eyeglass repair to eye exams conducted by one of 2 on-site optometrists, Val Optics is there for all of your eyesight concerns. There is no need for an appointment, and most insurances are accepted. Val Optics also accepts outside prescriptions. So if you need eyeglass repair or an eye exam, stop by Val Optics at 601 North Patterson Street, Valdosta, Georgia. 25 years in business says it all. Service. It's a very simple word, but you'd think it's French. At Deep South Sanitation, our service will never be questioned. We are there when we say we'll be there. If there's a couple extra bags by the can, we pick it up. Deep South Sanitation don't care if the lid won't close. All the more reason to dump it. If you're elderly or disabled, the Deep South Sanitation team will get your can, dump it, and put it back. If trash blew out, we don't leave it, we pick it up. Keep the money you pay for sanitation services local by supporting Deep South Sanitation, a locally owned business. Call Carrie Scarborough today at Deep South Sanitation, 229-559-0200.
Moss Trim Shop is Valdosta's oldest automotive upholstery shop. From automotive to marine upholstery to convertible and vinyl top, Moss Trim Shop can cover all your sewing needs. Locally owned and operated by Bobby Brantley, Moss Trim Shop become Valdosta's oldest and best in the upholstery business by being a dependable, service-oriented, and on time with your project. So if you have an automotive or marine upholstery need, stop by Moss Trim Shop at 733 East Hill Avenue or give them a call at 229-242-8544.
So how you do it, son?
Hey, Ronnie, you know how much people love Austin's Cattle Company?
How much do they love Austin's?
More than Charlie Daniels loves shredding a fiddle.
That's right. Everybody loves Austin's freshly hand-cut steaks. These award-winning steaks are cooked to perfection and served sizzling hot. Austin's Cattle Company was voted best steak, best hamburger, and best sports bar in Valdosta by you. So when you get a hankering for a hot heaping helping of our delicious baby back ribs, shrimp, chicken, prime rib, seafood, or world-famous steaks, head on down to exit 16 off I-75. Austin's. It's an addiction you never have to quit.
Austin, an addiction that you never have to quit.
It's the Good Outdoors on 99.5 Kicks Country. Now, let's get back to the fun, talking about everything to do with the outdoors with Steve, Daryl, and Ronnie.
Hey, welcome back to the Good Outdoors, man. We're having a great morning this morning. Our phone lines are open. 229-253-0995. Y'all give us a call. Tell us what you want to talk about and see what, you know, what's going on in your world, because there's a lot of things out there. Turkey season's in, and I actually went for a little while yesterday morning. And when I wasn't going to, but I said, well, you know, I got to go into work late. It's 32 degrees out here. Let me go listen to some turkeys. And I don't know what in the world was going on with this turkey, but he gobbled up until 9 o'clock and would not come. He was not. Best I could tell, he wasn't a Jake, you know, and he didn't have any hens with him. I tried everything in the book. I threw every call at him. I threw every trick at him. I done the walking, the moving, and he would just kind of walk back and forth down there just gobbling. He's probably 120 yards away through the woods, and finally I just said, the heck with it, I'm going to walk towards him, and bumped him, and he run off, but I don't know what in the world.
You know, I mean, sometimes you just don't know. There could have been a hen down there somewhere that you didn't know about. I mean, there's no telling.
He just got done with his hen, and he didn't want to be bothered now.
Yeah, he was smoking a cigarette.
Something was going on, man. It was aggravating, I can tell you that. But anyway, you know, we'll just keep on and
are you going to go back out there today after him?
No, I actually have to go into work at a regular time today.
Oh, okay.
But I'm going to let him rest. I told somebody about it. Maybe Nick could go out there and see what he can do with him this morning. Maybe he can get after him a little bit. And
you're a stronger man than I am. I wouldn't have told a soul.
Well, he done aggravated me. I'd like to see him. And I'll never know if he's going to be the same one or not. I'm going to I'm going to go in the morning somewhere, and then I'm going to go this weekend. Hey, we've got a call coming in. Let's hear it this morning. Good morning, caller. You're on the Good Outdoors.
What's going on?
How you doing?
What's happening?
About to get a bite to eat and head to the woods.
You going to head out there, huh, Ryan?
Yeah, I'm going this morning.
Yeah, me and Ryan's going to go next week, too. We talked yesterday. I'm going to be on this shift again next week. We're going to get together and go at least one morning, if not two.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Where you headed? What part? You stay in Lowndes County? You going to Berrien?
I'm going to Brooks County this morning.
You going to Brooks this morning? Good deal.
Mixing it up.
Oh yeah, you going by yourself? Or got somebody going with you?
I got a buddy from work.
Good deal, man. Maybe I'll get after him. How about give him a report? Let me know if you hear him on the roost, on the ground, or what it is with this weather.
Hopefully I'll be able to report a picture. I'm not tired of waiting.
I hope so, man. I hope that's about like me. You know, it's been a slow start because of the weather this weekend. We both got put out because of that, and then, you know, our work schedules, we can't really get a lot done. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Good luck, Dave.
It's fixing to happen.
Yeah, we're gonna have to start mixing in a little vacation time with turkey season. We do it for deer season.
Right.
We got to do it for turkeys now.
All right, guys. Take it easy.
All right, man. See you later.
Well, I reckon the turkey out there at my club is going to live another day. Nick said he's going to stay in the warm bed this morning, and I can't say that I blame him.
Yeah, it's a little cool out there still. That's it's some crazy weather we're having. I even saw on TV last night, I guess, where they a guy filed a lawsuit against Poxitani Phil for false false report. It was all in fun. He did it, you know, just did it as a goof, but. They were suing him because he said that it was going to be a short winter and an early spring, and apparently he was wrong. He misinterpreted the information.
I'm going to take him out and stream up. That's all I can
we have to fire him. He's done a good job for 100 years, but it's time to go, buddy. Time to go.
Yeah, it is kind of cool out there. You know, around what 35, 37 degrees this morning, and that does make a difference, y'all, on your turkey hunting.
No doubt
it sure
about
does. Your turkeys, you know, I've been hearing a lot more people killing them in the afternoons.
Yeah,
seems
like more. It seems like more and more. I'm hearing that. There was a lot of turkeys got killed yesterday, and
yeah, there was.
And I think you told me Chuck killed one. I think I saw it in the post
yesterday. Day before yesterday. 3:00.
About 3:00. Yeah, and then let's see. I think it must have been Tuesday evening. Trey saw 4 strutters out there in his field, and they couldn't hunt them for whatever reason, but they were out strutting. And then I actually saw 4 hens or something yesterday during my travels in the afternoon, and they moving in the afternoon. I think I text you sometimes. I think that might have been the day before too. I don't remember.
It was the day before the turkey was moving. That's when I told you Chuck killed him one. But yeah, the cold will have an effect on them. They don't want to get down and gobble. They don't want to come off the roost as early sometimes. They don't want to, you know, participate in activities. But as the day warms up, they say, hey, wait a minute, I'm missing something.
Well, they're like Nick. They all tucked up under a limb, all warm. They don't want to get out.
I hear you. But it's going to be nicer today and warmer tonight. Man, it's going to get better and better. You know, it's warming right on up and staying warm. And pretty much next week's going to be fairly nice. So we're got some rain coming back, but I think it's going to be a good weekend for turkey hunting. I really do. You know, and I'm going to get after it Friday. Tomorrow morning after the show, I'm going to go because I'm off work tomorrow. We're having a little cookout today. I'm going to get out there and get after them and spend Saturday out there with Matt and Ronnie and Brooks County and see if we can't get Matt on a bird or two. I want to try to limit him out in one day. Something I had never done, but I want to try to get him limited out in one day. That way, we can concentrate on getting me out there.
Yeah, get him out of the way. That's right.
No, he don't care. He just wants to kill one, and let's just pass the torch on to somebody else.
Well, the 12th annual Country Goes Hunting bash started yesterday officially, and there's been a couple of birds killed. Chris Smith, one of the Wounded Warriors that we filmed up in Tennessee, shoot a turkey. He was fortunate enough to kill one around midday yesterday. So there you go again, the midday deal. And I saw a post where Kevin Knighton from Backwoods Life had Preston from Low Cash Cowboys out, and they were having a hard time getting on one, but they were still trying. But there's and then Rusty Whaley, he owns a chain of Waffle Houses over there around Alabama, and I think he killed the first one. He shot his right after coming off the roost there. So there's been a few, and I'm sure there'll be even more hit the ground today. So gearing up for the big bash at Cowboys tonight. You probably still got time to get them and get your tickets over in Dothan, Alabama. You'll see people like Andy Griggs, Daryl Singletary, and who knows who else will show up. Bobby Pinson, who has written 14 number ones for Toby Keith, he'll be over there, and I think Trey's tagging along with him this morning, trying to get him on a turkey. Last I heard, so hopefully those guys will have good luck, and the voice of HIGTV. Pat Hill will be easing over that way this afternoon, so we'll have some good representation over there. Maybe those guys will have good luck.
I hope they will, man. Maybe things are looking up every day. You know, in the turkey season, there are more and more people getting out there this week and getting with it, man.
Well, the only thing they ain't looking up is me being behind the bow or shotgun or whatever, and but I'm going Saturday, as you know, to film a disabled gentleman. Try to get him a turkey over with Al Dodds from the One Sauce and Tim Keller from Talent Outdoors. So I hope we can get him one down Saturday morning. That'd be a good thing.
That'd be real good. You're gonna love that place when you get over there. I went with Al deer hunting this year. Beautiful place, and it's gonna be worth it. It's gonna be good.
Yes, the hunt is always successful, whether you kill anything or not. So I guarantee you we'll have a good time, meet new people, have a good fellowship, and have a good, warm, fuzzy feeling in your heart about what you did, you know.
Let me tell you something. I've been watching, too, on Facebook here in turkey season. You know, Kevin Farr, Woodpecker Wrecker turkey calls.
Yep.
Man, there is some daggum turkeys across the southeastern United States dropping to these turkey calls.
They fall in love with them things.
And
there ain't no doubt.
Yesterday morning, that's what these turkeys were talking to.
Yeah.
You know, this one turkey, he was, every time I hit that call, he probably gobbled 30 times, and he was there. I mean, he loved the sound of that call, and I took the glass call out and I hit it, and he would answer it. So these calls are good, but he is putting some pictures up of some deer, man. I mean, some turkeys that are just absolutely falling.
They may call so good that they call deer too.
Yeah, they might.
Well,
they didn't call none yesterday morning to me, but I will give them a shot anyway if they do. Excuse me, sorry, I didn't mean to do that. But hey, we got Chad. I think Chad has chimed in on Facebook this morning. Good morning, Chad. He's almost done with a week, and it's time to relax. You need to get out there, Chad, and check them turkeys by your house.
Man, he sure does.
And get permission or something for me and you to go out there, and me and you'll do some turkey hunting.
We need some movement, Chad. We need some movement, no doubt.
And I also, yesterday, got a call from another guy, a friend of mine, want me to carry his son. His son, they got a great place right down the road from where we're at right here. I turkey hunted on it a couple of times last year. And I said, well, you know, I won't bother him this year because I'm kind of ate up on time. But he called me yesterday afternoon, Ricky Yeomans, and said, hey, my son, I bought him a turkey call. He's been seeing a lot of turkeys out there, and his uncle called one up the weekend before. When you going to come call for him? And I said, well, you know, I'm kind of ate up this weekend, but how about next week one morning when I'm on this shift?
Ain't that the truth?
We're going to go out there and try to kill one of them, too.
We'll work it out.
Yeah, daggum right. Hey, we'll be right back here on the Good Outdoors, guys. Thanks for listening.
With over 40,000 machines in the field, the pro's choice is Dixie Chopper. Be a pro. Buy a chopper. Built right here in America with one simple goal. Build a mower that cuts more grass and doesn't break when you use it. Be a pro. Buy a chopper. With Chopper's price, performance, and reliability guarantee, make the smart choice. Be a pro. Buy a chopper.
We're running out of time. We're drawing the line. This is our battle cry.
Huntin' is Good TV is an action-packed hunting show with a mission to secure our hunting heritage. Join Steve Nichols, Trey Weatherington, and Neil Armati each week as they hunt across the U.S. and Canada with pro athletes, actors, wounded warriors, kids, and regular old Joes who know hunting is good. Huntin' is Good TV airs on Pursuit Channel and is available on Dish Network Channel 240 and DirecTV Channel 604. For more info, visit huntingisgoodtv.com and follow on Facebook at facebook.com/HIG TV show. You can also use your high-speed internet connection to watch online by logging on to filmon.com at the airtimes posted on our website. And remember, hunting is good.
This is our battle cry.
Justamere Farm is a full boarding, training, and lesson facility conveniently located on Valdale Road in Hayhire. Justamere Farm offers a facility like no other in the area with many amenities to meet all your equine needs, whether it's riding, training, or boarding. If riding is your passion, Justamere has you covered with an indoor arena, a large lighted outdoor arena with an alleyway, a large jump course arena, a round pen for training, trails, and access to dirt roads. Private and shared lessons are available, so give Justamere Farms a call today at 229-460-2331.
So, Dawson, is Dad still ill about you calling him out on his shooting ability?
I don't think so, but I have seen him on the range a lot more lately.
Dad always says practice makes perfect.
That's what he says, but I don't think it works for adults.
Why do you say that?
Well, from the look of the scorecard, it's making it worse.
Dawson, bring me some more shotgun shells.
Okay, Dad.
If you need some practice, come by Southwind Clays and Quail on the Quitman Highway just past the river headed towards Quitman. With a top-notch clubhouse, a 5-stand, sporting clays range, as well as a rifle and pistol range, Southwind has what you need to succeed. World-class quail hunting is also available with some of the finest bird dogs around.
Dad sure shoots a lot.
Yeah, if he keeps this up, Mom's going to be mad.
Why is that?
Because he's spending all Mom's shopping money on shotgun shells.
It's the Good Outdoors on 99.5 Kicks Country. Now, let's get back to the fun, talking about everything to do with the outdoors with Steve, Darrell, and Ronnie.
Welcome back to the Good Outdoors. I want to cover a little bit. Tim Keller talked last week when he came in about a youth turkey hunt weekend they were trying to get passed in the legislature. And I pulled it up this morning to check on it, and it's probably not going to get passed. And the reason, I think it had enough support to get passed. But the reason it was is the original intent of House Bill 207 was to authorize a special turkey hunting season for youth 16 and under and mobility impaired adults or mobility impaired hunters. It would change the season framework to allow 2 days of turkey hunting for youth and mobility impaired hunters the weekend before opening day. Now a late amendment attached to it threatens to either kill the special weekend of turkey hunting or make hunting season a muddled mess for 3 counties. What they did was they decided to try to take 3 northern zone counties, Crawford, Jones, and Glasscock, and make their firearms deer season October 20th to January 15th. Don't have a doggone thing to do with the youth season or impaired hunters' abilities for turkey hunting. It has to do with deer season. They attach this to it, and this is going to make they're wanting to take these 3 counties, add them to the southern zone, and make their deer season open on October 20th, which it doesn't matter if that's on a Saturday, Sunday, Monday, whatever October 20th is. That's what people are raising so much cane about, and change it. And it's just ridiculous. I mean, this bill could have went right on through without some idiot up there trying to attach this. It just kills something that needs to happen, a youth weekend and an impaired hunters weekend. I mean, really, why do you want to do some crap like that? It ticks me off. I mean, and now the Georgia Wildlife Federation is asking sportsmen to oppose the bill because of the amendment, and I don't blame them.
Yeah.
Leave the dang thing alone. Quit attaching these riders onto it and try to get your own dang agenda through there. You know,
well, that's what's wrong with everything. It's just like the U.S. government when they have a bill that why don't they just pass each individual bill?
Yeah, leave it like it is.
Let it stand alone. Quit attaching these things to it to sneak through like adding $50,000 for the study of the hooded swamp marsh mouse or whatever. I mean, it's just ridiculous. All it does is kill the chance of good legislation getting through, just as it looks like it's going to do to this one. It's just infuriating that they do that, man. I don't know. I don't know what. I don't know. Why don't you know? And did you see the back on the politics? Did you see the stupid statement that Nancy Pelosi made yesterday? The guy has put an amendment forth that Congress's pay is linked to performance. She made the statement that in no circumstances should Congress's pay be linked to performance.
Really?
Oh yeah, and they were showing that guy that does the graph that measures people's response to the statements. It was the all-time worst response that he had ever gotten from the Democrats and the Republican listeners. I mean, it's just she's totally out of touch, but yet she'll get voted in her district by a landslide every single time.
Where is her district? That's what
she's in California.
Oh, good God, no wonder.
I don't know where, but she's in California.
Jeez.
Even Californians aren't that naive and dumb. Are they really that out of touch?
I wouldn't think
they are that out of touch.
I really wouldn't think they are.
I just don't understand it, buddy. I just don't understand it.
I mean, she. But this bill here, it's going to get squashed now. And, there's several others. They tried to do the legalized deer farming again in Georgia, and it was sent to a subcommittee, and it was shot down.
Got closer, but shot down nonetheless.
Then Senate Bill 136 reduces the legal limit for hunting and boating under the influence from .10 to .08, same as DUI. I'm all for that. Great bill. Pass it. Good. House Bill 155 eliminates the blanket commercial shooting preserve license, requiring all individuals to have a hunting license at a preserve. Another provision of the bill requires confirmation that clients have completed a hunter safety education course, or the preserve must provide the person with that. It's awaiting a Senate vote now. And another one, House Bill 36, would give game fish status to saltwater redfish, also known as red drum, spotted tail bass, and channel bass, to result in greater protection for redfish from commercial fishing. That's awaiting the Senate vote also. And Senate Bill 93 would have legalized the use of sound suppressors on hunting firearms that failed to move out of committee to vote. So, lots of bills trying to get passed right here towards the end.
The thing about it is, a lot of people, we're aware of these bills because we talk about it on the radio, we read it in the Georgia Outdoor News and things like that. But I would say probably over half the people in the state of Georgia don't even know this is going on. I'd like to know just how many. This is how, and I'm guilty of a lot of things too. Of course, I'm up on the things near and dear to me with the good outdoors, but I couldn't honestly tell you any other serious situations that are going through the Senate and the House that I probably should be aware of. There's just so much of it attached, to the main bills that we don't even know about it.
I know.
How are we supposed to know about it without sitting there watching C-SPAN all day long or going and surfing, spending enormous amounts of time? That's why you go and you vote on a certain individual to represent your beliefs, and you hope that he votes along your moral lines and the way you think and your common sense approach to life. That's why you vote, because the sheer volume of what's moving through that government is mind-boggling.
Yep.
I don't know. It just seems like there would be an easier way, but when you started the country, you had X amount of rules, written rules. Call them the Bill of Rights, amendments, or whatever. You had a basically an outline that was supposed to take care of a lot of things. But as we progressed, you had to have these subcategories of laws and things like that, and it has gotten so far out of hand, man. And now the Supreme Court is debating, the marriage that
gay marriage,
unions and gay marriages. Should they should they get the same rights as a married couple? And it's just changed, man. Society's changed. We'll take this call, then we may get back on that. We may not. I don't know. But good morning, caller. You on there on the Good Outdoors? How are you?
Hey, good morning. This is Chris.
Hey, Chris. How about it, buddy?
Y'all talking about politics. It's called one word in your all the mess that the congressmen and the Senate and all they do. It's called bureaucracy.
Bureaucracy. I was sitting there thinking in my mind you were going to say greed, but it's the same thing, I guess.
No, it's bureaucracy.
Yep, it's all caught up. It's crazy. It's massive. That is, the word bureaucracy is a massive word, isn't it? It's a category that catches a lot of things.
Yeah, and ain't it kind of ironic? The first part of the word.
What, beer?
No, bureaucracy.
All right.
Oh, bureaucracy. I got you.
Break it down.
I got you. You're saying bureaucracy. I guess a new word of the day. There you go. Bureaucracy. I like it. Yeah.
I've been at the open gate. Y'all have a good one.
All right, take it easy. Yeah, that's pretty funny right there. Caught up in a bureaucracy. I like it. Man. I'll have to use that one now. I'll be wearing it out today.
It's getting funnier and funnier. Let's take this next call. Good morning, caller. You're on the Good Outdoors.
Good morning. That's about as bad as testosterone, ain't it?
It's about the same thing.
Testosterone.
I was going to call and tell y'all I was over here in Timbuktu. Oh, wait a minute. No, that's just Thomasville. Never mind.
Oh, yeah. Same thing.
Hey, you was talking about those calls a while ago.
Mm-hmm.
I told you, Daryl, I had a box and a slate and everything, and the only thing he would answer to was that Widowmaker.
From Pecker Wrecker Turkey Calls.
I mean, I cannot wait to see Kevin to tell him again. I mean, it was amazing.
Yeah. And that's the only thing them turkeys would answer, wasn't it?
That was it. I mean, even the girl that I took on that hunt Saturday,
Mm-hmm.
we were sitting there. She was using her box, and I was using my slate and a couple of other mouth calls. And I put that Widowmaker in there, and she looked at me and just shook her head. She says, "I ain't believing that." It was awesome.
Yeah, it's I don't know, you know, they talked to it yesterday morning pretty doggone good too, so you know, they're good. They're good calls. You can't take it away from them.
Well, don't forget to call me now.
Give you a call? You talking about
when we want to go.
Next week I should be available. We're going to do that shift again. I'll be going in at about 10:30, 11 o'clock every day, so I'll have a little bit of time next week I can hunt.
All right, buddy.
I'm ready. See you, man.
See y'all.
All right, see you, Chuck.
Oh, yeah. I get back to Pecker Wrecker Turkey Calls. We got to get Kevin back in here. Hopefully one day next week we'll get him in here and go over his stuff again. We didn't get to get his show recorded, so I'd like to get him back in here and talk more about turkeys and more about making his calls and his plans for the future and what all is in store for him.
Well, he's got a bright future because the first key to being successful marketing and selling turkey calls is to have one that works, and the proof is in the pudding, buddy.
Yes, sir.
That call works. It's not just our opinion. It's the opinion of what I'm seeing on Facebook and the posts and the pictures. And, you know, one of the things he told me he was nervous about is the word getting out about these calls and him getting overrun with people wanting calls and him not being able to keep up with the demand. So I think he's doing the right thing. He's creating a buzz about them, and when the time is right, he'll start increasing the production of these things. And they're handmade turkey calls right now, so
yes, sir.
You know, he can only make so much at a time. So he does his real job during the day, and he goes home and he makes turkey calls into the wee hours of the morning.
He spends a lot of time with them, man. I tell you that.
He sure does.
A lot of time with them. He works on them hard, man. And it's a labor of love for him.
Yep.
You know, he really loves what he's doing, and he'll try everyone out. He'll take them just like he did at T3 the other night. He'll take them glass calls, them slate calls straight out because he's already tested every single one of them.
They sound remarkably consistent, man.
He'll take them straight out of the box and say, you know, here you go, look at this, and play right here. Play your tune on it, man, and they sound good.
Yep, and I like him. He he works well with people. He doesn't make fun of your efforts there. Mitch made the comment, hey, if I can blow the call, anybody can. But Kevin will work with you and teach you how to do it too if you can ever meet up with him. But we're going to take a little break here on the Good Outdoors. We'll be back with you in about 3 minutes, so just hang in there. Attention Outdoor Nation. Adel Outfitters, located at Exit 39 on I-75 in Adel, Georgia, has over 18,000 square feet of outdoor unbelievability just waiting on you. Specializing in a wide range of outdoor supplies for everyone, including hunting, fishing, shooting, kayaking, camping, Little League, clothing, knives, boots, you name it, Adel Outfitters has it. They also have that personal one-on-one attention that you just might not be getting from some of the big boxes, and Adel Outfitters has a whole lot less overhead, so you'll be surprised at the deals. So come see us now at Adel Outfitters, Exit 39, Adel, Georgia. Woo-wee! Sweet Tea Smokehouse on South Hutchinson Avenue, Adel is the bomb. You ain't had good old South Georgia barbecue if you ain't been to Sweet Tea Smokehouse. Ribs, chicken, pork, beef, good grief, this is some fine eating. And it ain't called Sweet Teas for nothing. Ice cold sweet tea and good old barbecue plate with all the trimmings is what living in the South is all about. Head up Highway 41 north towards Adel. Swing into Sweet Tea Smokehouse for lunch or dinner. Great southern barbecue like it's supposed to be, and don't forget some of that fine Brunswick stew. Woo-wee!
Hi, I'm Barry Broom with Allstate Insurance Company. I'm a big fan of the great outdoors. There are many recreational activities that allow us to enjoy God's creation. There's boating, camping, hunting, hiking, fishing. Think about all the gear, equipment, and vehicles that we have that make those times outdoors so memorable. When it comes to protecting and insuring your firearm, your boat, RV, camper, four-wheeler, even your golf cart, think of me, Barry Broom, your Allstate agent. Call me at 229-244-9856 or visit me online at barrybroom.com. Go make a memory. Enjoy your great outdoors.
The grill might be in storage, but that's what campfires are for. And the backyard party is on hiatus, but that's because everyone is tailgating. Only the seasons change, tastes don't, and when you've got Bud Light Lime, you don't need summer to have a good time. It's the superior drinkability of Bud Light with a splash of 100% natural lime flavor. Look for a Bud Light Lime and find your summer state of mind anytime. It's in the lime. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Lime Flavored Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Brigman and Brigman Cabinets in Hayhira, Georgia specializes in custom-built cabinets. You can come in and sit down with our staff and start from scratch to develop the perfect cabinet layout. Or bring in your plans and start there. From design to installation, Brigman and Brigman can help you every step of the way. Estimates are always free, and your satisfaction is our goal. Whether it's a remodel, a spec house, or your custom-built dream home, give Brigman and Brigman Cabinets in Hayhira a call at 229-794-2108 to set up an appointment. Crystal River Seafood on St. Augustine Road in Valdosta is a fine seafood dining experience. Folks from miles around come in to enjoy the fine seafood and friendly atmosphere Crystal River has to offer. Their friendly staff makes your dining experience one to remember, as well as one to repeat. Fish like grouper, salmon, mahi, catfish are always great choices, along with shrimp, oysters, crab cakes, and crab legs. Hey, you not in the mood for seafood? Order a juicy ribeye steak. Crystal River Seafood is open for lunch and dinner. Crystal River Seafood, 958 St. Augustine Road, Valdosta, Georgia.
It's the Good Outdoors on 99.5 Kicks Country. Now, let's get back to the fun, talking about everything to do with the outdoors with Steve, Daryl, and Ronnie.
Yeah, welcome back this morning, man. This is the Thursday edition. This is my Friday. I mean, I'll be here tomorrow, but this is my Friday. I'm off work tomorrow. I'm excited. I'm happy. Happy. Steve is over there doing some intense research along with Daryl Sample Jr.
Intense. It's getting tense around here.
They looking for something. Dimmer Godwin chimed in. It's his Friday, too. He said, yeah, y'all all know what time it is. Great to hear from you, Dimmer, man. Have a great weekend this weekend and get out there and do you some more fishing. I know you like to fish. You went out there right by yourself a couple of weeks ago and had a good time, I'm sure. I guarantee you I did. Y'all, the weather's going to warm up this weekend. It's going to be a great weekend to be outdoors. Easter weekend, good family fellowship coming up for Easter Sunday. Lots of outdoor activity. A huge one with kids is Easter egg hunting, and how fun is that, man? I tell you, I enjoy it out every year. Last year we had a family reunion over at Nichols Lake, right outside of Barney over there. And what's the name of that? Not Happy Hill. What is the name of it over there, Steve? Sand Hill?
Sand Hill. That's it, right there. I can't remember.
Right there at Sand Hill.
Drew a blank.
We had a family reunion over there. It's a Saturday before Easter, and a lot of family members hadn't seen in years and years and years, and I got together with them, had some good food and fellowship, and all the kids. You know, we had so many generations and so many different family photographs taken.
Yeah.
You know, last year we have a nice book printed up from it, but the kids all had a huge man Easter egg hunt, and the kids enjoyed it so much, and watching all the people around there watching it and enjoying it, family members, just a great time. I'm sure that a lot of that's going to go on. There's a lot of people have family reunions on Easter weekend.
Yep, good time to do it. I don't even know what our plans are. I haven't heard anybody say what we're doing on Sunday, but I'm sure we're going to do the same thing we've done for the past 46 years.
Yeah, we're supposed to be up there at Mom's, and we're going to hunt Easter eggs and do it Sunday. I think we're going to incorporate birthday parties with it too.
Oh yeah, that's a month. We do that once a month, as you well know.
Pretty much.
I always have to call and find out whose birthday it was. You know, so.
Me and you both. I can't never remember. There's so many of them around now. But I think we're going to do, I know we're doing Charlie's birthday and somebody else's. Who was it? Jessica's? I don't remember.
Jessica's? No, it wasn't Jessica's. It wasn't none of mine. Well, it would be, you know what, we're probably going to do Caden's, Gavin's, and Charlie's.
Okay.
Because they'll be going up north for, the summer. They're going to fly north for the summer.
Fly north for the summer.
Yeah. So
that's a good event, too. Getting, that's something they do every summer, isn't it?
Every summer they go up there to visit the grandparents and
to the UP.
Go up to the UP, yeah. And but I tell you, there's as you can imagine, Gavin, she's turning 14, so she's starting to feel like maybe I don't want to go. I think I want to stay around here with my friends, which is French for there's a boy I'm interested in. So that's not really good. But Caden, he'll definitely be charging to go up there and run the woods of the UP. It's a good place. I tell you, if you've that's kind of up. There's a difference between a Yankee and someone who lives in the UP. They're not really full-fledged Yankees because they're kind of above that line to where they get back up into the good outdoors in a very strong manner, and they think a little more along the lines as we do. For instance, the UP is part of Michigan. Well, downstate Michigan has been traditionally Democratic in their voting tendencies. Whereas the UP is almost like a whole other state of Michigan, and they're very conservative up there as a whole, and they tend to vote Republican. So it's and they don't necessarily. They call the people downstate trolls because they live below the bridge, and then the trolls call the people who live in the UP. They call them Upers, because they live above the bridge. So I've learned a little bit about those. Pretty interesting stuff.
You say the Upper Peninsula are they? You say Republican or Democratic?
They're Republican, yeah. They tend to vote Republican.
There's only 35 people lives in the UP.
You got a good point there. Yeah, they got a good point. I mean, if you up there where my in-laws live, if you need a gallon of milk and it's 10:00 at night, you're screwed because it's an hour one way to the nearest store to get a gallon of milk, and they're closed. So you're going to go without milk the whole night. So if you got a baby, it's going to be a long, long night.
Yes,
and that has happened. So, and Walmart. Man, I'll tell you, it's a journey to get to a Walmart up there. It's about an hour and 45-minute ride to get to the nearest Walmart. It's just a desolate place out in the middle of nowhere. Lots of woods. You can drive for miles and miles and miles and not see another house. But generally, when you see one house, there's a cluster of houses.
Yeah, they all live together, don't they?
Yeah, but
it creates heat.
Yeah, that's right. It's a simple life up there. It's a very simple life. You got probably 5 months of snow on the ground. I don't know about that. About 3 months, I guess. Once you get about the 1st of December, it starts snowing. It don't leave until about the 1st of April. Like right now, I mean, here we are on the verge of April 1st, and there's probably, I don't know, at least 4 feet of snow on the ground up there. Yeah. Been that way for months or for weeks at least.
I talked to Brad Giffen up in Maryland yesterday for a few minutes, and he was wanting to know how close we were to Miami, and I told him we still about 7 hours from there.
We're a whole day away from Miami.
He's wanting to know if I could hop down there and pick something up for him, and I said no, I can't quite do that, Brad. But he said they had just had several inches of snow up in Maryland just over the weekend.
Huh.
And that's just crazy to me. Here it is, 2 weekends ago, what was it, 80 degrees, or 3 weekends ago, 80 degrees here,
yeah.
And then all of a sudden, bam, it turned off cold again. They're getting snow in the north. I don't know.
It's right at freezing last night, wasn't it?
Yeah, we're going to hit the weather here in a few minutes, but it's going to get, it was down, I tell you what, yesterday morning, they was calling for a low of 32, and when I was out there in the woods in my truck, my temperature gauge on my truck is usually fairly accurate, it said 28 degrees.
That was yesterday?
Yesterday morning.
28, wow.
And this morning it's supposed to get down right around freezing again, I believe.
Good Lord.
Yeah. Man, that's, and they're going to warm right back up, be in the 80s this weekend, right there close to 80 Saturday. So that's going to be a nice weekend.
That'll be nice, yeah. I'm about ready for it I don't want it to get hot, but I'm about ready for it to warm up now where you can start getting out and enjoying the good outdoors a little better, fishing and turkey hunting.
Camping. Camping's a good thing, and it's getting the weather now that people are starting to go camping. They got this Lappahaw River trip that's been it goes on every year for some guys from Nashville here. Hey, we got a call coming in. Let's take it this morning. Good morning, caller. You're on the Good Outdoors.
Good morning. How are y'all doing?
Good.
We're doing good. How are you?
Doing pretty good. I need to get Stevie to go by Mr. Ronnie's and get a monkey wrench. Go out there to the antenna.
Yeah.
And twist it a little bit to the north so we can pick you up a little further up the road.
Where are you at?
I am just a little above Perry right now.
Good deal. It starts to fading out right around Perry is where I always was at.
Yeah, a little bit before you get to Perry, I dropped out. So.
Yeah.
Well, it won't be long. We're going to start airing up there around Perry and Macon, Georgia too. So stay tuned. That'll help you out some.
Yep.
That'll be good. Let me ask you this: if you're going to listen online, what do you need to go? Is 99.5 what?
You can go to our website. I think the link on our website works. It's www.thegoodoutdoors.com or 99.5 Kicks Country. I think it's ValdosToday.com. If you go to ValdosToday.com, you can click on the Listen Live link for 99.5 Kicks Country.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I got a cousin that's wanting to listen. I was talking to him, telling him about turkey hunting and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And we live up in Milner. just outside of between Griffin and Barnesville.
Yeah. Right. Well, we're just fixing, probably next week we're redoing our website, and we'll have a link straight on right there on the home page of it where you can go very easily to it. So that'll probably be the best way to do it. Go to our website.
And he can also go to the website right now at thegoodoutdoorswithaz.com, and he can hear past episodes now. So if he's missed a show or wants to get a taste of what we're doing, just tell him to go there and click on some of the past episodes and get caught up.
Okay, I'll do that because he's real interested in turkey and deer hunting.
Tell him to call up and tell us about his turkey and deer hunting exploits.
Well, he went this weekend but didn't have much to talk about.
Sometimes that happens, don't it?
Yep. But, about like fishing. That's my day is fishing, not.
Yeah.
Bad day fishing is better than a good day at work.
You got that right. You got that right.
All right.
I appreciate you calling in.
All right. Thank y'all.
Thank
y'all
you.
Have a good one.
All right. You too.
We got another call here. Let's hit it too. Good morning, caller. You're on the Good Outdoors.
What's going on, boys?
We don't know. What's happening?
Mr. Morgan here.
I hear you, Big Jimbo.
Hey, wanted to straighten you out on that web address. MyKicksCountry.com.
That's right. MyKicksCountry.
MyKicksCountry.com. Gotcha. That's why
24/7 worldwide.
That's why you're our fearless leader, Jim.
I tell you.
That's where the guy.
Hey, that's good.
Thank you, man.
Right, thank you.
Yes, sir.
All right. MyKicksCountry.com. That's exactly right. And you can go there and click there to listen to the Good Outdoors or anything that's going on. 99.5 Kicks Country beginning at 6 a.m. Jim Morgan will come here and hold the fort till 9 a.m. He's got a entertaining show. 10 a.m. He was going to call again. I could see him dialing it. But 6 to 10 and on 99.5 Kicks Country. Plays some great country music, does some birthday stuff, and, hey, he gives away a lot of stuff. He's been giving away, Wild Adventures passes, when the fair was in town, giving away them, concert tickets. So make sure you tune in. Don't leave the dial when we get through. You can stay on. It'll liven up and get going with some good country music. Get your day started off good. So make sure you listen to Big Jim Morgan in the morning on 99.5.
That's right, man. Yeah, I can't never keep that link situated, and we put it up here on Facebook every now and then. We need to keep it pinned at the top, I guess.
Well, our problem is we've only got so much mental capacity, and when it reaches the maximum carrying capacity, we're pretty much out.
I'm pretty much done, yeah. So I'm done by the time I get up in the morning. That's all I can take on that day.
Exactly. I got to get the coffee flowing, and that's my only chance, and obviously that I don't have enough coffee in me, and you don't have enough Dr. Pepper in you.
That's right.
But
we'll get some more here shortly, though. Hey, we got to take another break here in just a minute. We're going to talk a little bit more about camping and other activities that we can get kids involved with when we come back here on the Good Outdoors. So y'all stay tuned. Thanks for listening. We'll be right back.
Service. It's a very simple word, but you'd think it's French. At Deep South Sanitation, our service will never be questioned. We are there when we say we'll be there. If there's a couple extra bags by the can, we pick it up. Deep South Sanitation don't care if the lid won't close. All the more reason to dump it. If you're elderly or disabled, the Deep South Sanitation team will get your can, dump it, and put it back. If trash blew out, we don't leave it, we pick it up. Keep the money you pay for sanitation services local by supporting Deep South Sanitation, a locally owned business. Call Carrie Scarborough today at Deep South Sanitation, 229-559-0200. It's that time of year. People everywhere will be scrambling to find somebody to take care of filing their taxes. Fast Tax and Bookkeeping at 1407 West Hill Avenue, Suite Q has a quick turnaround time and the knowledge to prepare your taxes properly, making sure you are getting what's due. With $25 1040 EZ filings, electronic refunds in a flash, military and college student discounts, and fast and friendly service, drop by and see Lisa Griffiths and the gang at 1407 West Hill Avenue, Suite Q, or give them a call at 229-253-0181 to schedule an appointment.
SWAT Graphics, located at 300 South Toombs Street, is the area's #1 graphic design service company. Specializing in graphic banners, stickers, signs, and design, SWAT Graphics can help from concept to completion. If you have a design idea for a company logo, SWAT Graphics can bring it to reality. Maybe you have a logo and just need it placed on a sign, sticker, or banner. Whatever the case, stop by SWAT Graphics at 300 South Toombs Street, Valdosta, or give them a call at 241-9185. SWAT Graphics, proud sponsor of the Good Outdoors.
Moss Trim Shop is Valdos's oldest automotive upholstery shop. From automotive to marine upholstery to convertible and vinyl top. Moss Trim Shop can cover all your sewing needs. Locally owned and operated by Bobby Brantley, Moss Trim Shop become Valdos's oldest and best in the upholstery business by being a dependable, service-oriented, and on time with your project. So if you have an automotive or marine upholstery need, stop by Moss Trim Shop at 733 East Hill Avenue or give them a call at 229-242-8544.
There's only one place in Valdosta if you want the freshest seafood in town. It's Bubba Jack's Crab Shack at 1700 West Hill Avenue. They got wild Georgia shrimp cooked about any way you could want it. Fried, peel and eat, grilled, or buffalo style. They got a Wednesday night oyster special at $7.99 a dozen, and that ain't no mistake. $7.99 a dozen, Wednesday night only. Bring the kids with you, and if they don't eat seafood, get them some chicken tender baskets or hamburger hot dog. And do not forget to try the fresh cut, hand-dipped onion rings at Bubba Jack's Crab Shack, 1700 West Hill Avenue, Valdosta.
Justamere Farm is a full boarding, training, and lessons facility conveniently located on Valdale Road in Hayhire. Justamere Farm offers a facility like no other in the area with many amenities to meet all your equine needs, whether it's riding, training, or boarding. If riding is your passion, Justamere has you covered with an indoor arena, a large lighted outdoor arena with an alleyway, a large jump course arena, a round pen for training, trails, and access to dirt roads. Private and shared lessons are available, so give Justamere Farms a call today at 229-460-2331.
You're listening to The Good Outdoors with Steve, Daryl, and Ronnie on 99.5 Kicks Country. Now, let's get back to the fun.
Welcome back to The Good Outdoors, man. Tomorrow is Good Friday, and it's also Feel Good Friday. I wonder how many people out there. Hey, if you have access to Facebook, or if you want to give us a call this morning, excuse me, I'd like to know how many people are off tomorrow and how many people are working. I'm off, but I'm going to be here doing the show on Good Friday. Give us a call, 229-253-0995, or hit us up on Facebook and let us know, if you're going to be listening tomorrow. It's Feel Good Friday. We're going to be a little crazy. We're going to have a little fun tomorrow.
We're going to get sideways?
We're going to get sideways tomorrow. I mean, we're going to get sideways. We're going to look for something to give away, too.
Well, I tell you what, if you'll remind me, I've got a turkey call that I'll give away. It's it's more of a novelty item, but it's one of only 10 ever made. A guy made them. We were almost in a relationship on the TV side with a guy that was making some turkey calls, and that kind of went awry. He's still doing it, but we couldn't quite get together. Great guy, nothing bad to say about him. But he made us. I think you might have saw him over at Country Goes Hunting when he brought them down. But they're engraved and signed by this gentleman. But they're really just for looks. They're not completed. You could probably call with them, but he didn't get time to seal them and waterproof them and that kind of thing. But it's engraved with the Hunting is Good TV logo on the top, and signed by the guy that made the call. But we'll give that away. It's just a pretty neat little thing. It looks good. It's something, if you've got a place, a man cave or something, and you display turkey calls or things like that, it'd be a pretty good little item. But I've got it. We'll give it away. It may not be worth a lot of money. I don't even know what it's worth. I imagine it's worth
30 cents.
No, it's probably more than that. $50 or $60, and is what it would sell for normally.
I'm sure.
But we'll give that away. We'll come up with some sort of creative little thing and give it away. And if for some reason I do forget it tomorrow, we'll do it another day.
And I'm going to tell you this: next Friday, I'll go ahead and say this: not tomorrow, but a week from tomorrow, we're going to do another giveaway, and I'm going to have some turkey calls to give away from Kevin Farr.
Yeah, I'm
going to get some from Kevin. And I'm a few mouth calls, and I'm going to give them away on here. But there's going to be some trivia involved with that, and you're going to have to pay attention.
You're going to have to earn it. You're going to have to earn it,
and it's going to be involved with my turkey hunting escapades from this year alone. So you're going to have to be listening, because these calls are good. These calls are amazing. They work well, but it's going to be for me telling about me turkey hunting all through the week and the weekends of when I finally mess up and call one in for somebody or kill one for myself. Either way it goes.
When you mess up and
mess up and do it, when I accidentally fall upon it, it's going to be something to do with that, or it's going to be something to do with the one that got away, or something funny that happened. So I can tell you something already that's funny that's happened. Let me see here. I've been in the woods only 3 times. I've been Saturday morning, Monday morning, and yesterday morning. So I've only got to go three mornings, because afternoons I've been too busy, or the weather's been too bad. But all 3 mornings I've had nature calls. And that's not very fun.
No, that'll mess up a good hunt.
Yeah, that'll mess up a good hunt. So, that could be some of them. How many times have I had nature calls?
Oh, man.
I know you really wanted to hear that.
Sometimes she don't call. Sometimes she really screams at you.
She screamed all 3 times.
Yeah, that's
all
not
3
a good
times.
feeling. We covered that the whole thing there in an outhouse episode one day.
Outhouse. I wish I'd have had an outhouse, as a matter of fact.
Mm-hmm.
But this is the time of year I touched on a few minutes ago. Where camping, it starts really getting going good. Ricky Stone and them from River Camping Trip 2013 is coming up, where they go down the Lappahaw River and spend a night, 1 or 2 nights. I don't know how long it is. I can't remember. But they have a fun time. They do this thing in April every year, I think, and they have a good time with it. But I was thinking about camping and what type of camper I am and what type of camper different people are. Some people like primitive camping. Mm-hmm. They go out there and they take them a tent, a sleeping bag, and a little foam mattress or something, lay it on the ground. You got lanterns everywhere, and they'll spend sometimes 1, 2, 3 days out there. That's not me. I'm not the roughing it type of guy. I don't want the amenities of life where you can crawl into a bed, but I just don't like very much of the primitive type camping. I like to have a bed. I don't mind it being a tent, but call me a pansy or whatever you want to call me. I like a blow up mattress. I like to be a little more comfortable. I cannot sleep on the hard ground, guys. I mean, it hurts.
I can sleep anywhere. If I'm tired enough, I don't care if I'm sleeping on the bed of rocks. I can get it done.
I don't mind the lanterns. I don't mind the roughing it that way. But when it comes to laying down, dude, I can't lay down on a hard ground and go to sleep. I'm miserable.
Yeah.
I need one of them foam mattresses, thick foam mattresses or something up under me.
Well, if I've got the choice, I definitely would like to have the mattress under me as well. But at the same time, I'm not scared to go out there and
going around and picking up leaves and stuff makes a good mattress out in the wild.
See, that's a good idea there. Now, see, Aladdin over here, he is swamp wise, woods wise.
I'm not that way. But I like the lanterns. The cooking, the Coleman stoves or fish cookers. I'm all for that. Having a fire
down with that, yeah.
Fire in the middle of the summer, roaring fire, a good light by it. I'm fine with all that. But when it comes to sleeping, dude, I got to lay down and take a nap. I want to be comfortable.
Something that's even better out there. What? Be primitive. Nice little hammock. Find yourself a tree, put your hammock in there.
I can't
build your tent over that.
I'm just not good with a hammock. I mean, it's kind of enclosing in it, and I'm just not good with a hammock either.
You talking about one of them things you put in peas when you're cooking them? A ham hock.
Hammock.
Yeah.
That's for dinner later.
I love ham hocks. Yeah, I tell you, you sound like you got a little Trey Weatherington in you, Daryl. Because when we go somewhere, he's got to have a shower. He can't function.
Well, I don't like to stink either.
Well, I don't know what it is. He wants a shower, so we can't. I mean, camping is not an option unless the campground has a shower. You know what I mean? You can't rough it. It's he's got to be near a shower. So.
Well, you could throw a cot down there, and I'm okay with a cot. So that's an easy thing to do. You can take it with you. You got to fold up cots, but then I'm almost 6'1". My feet hang off the end of it, and my feet go to sleep. I got to curl up on I don't know.
I don't like to curl up. I like to be stretched out.
But camping is a great event. I remember we grew up. We went camping several times with Daddy, and different hunting clubs and things. We would go and we'd be able to camp out. What we called it, camp out at hunting camp. And it wasn't camping in a tent. We'd have some sort of building there usually to get into. Sometimes we had electricity. Sometimes we didn't.
Yeah, well, that's called, like Windy Woods down there. They got a nice camp. We always say, let's go to camp. And, it's a little more primitive than being at home. Plus, you're out in the middle of the woods, so that qualifies.
It doesn't have electricity. We have battery lights and lanterns and things like that. Now, they do have a pretty nice, unique way to shower. They have the pump-up sprayer type shower that you just heat up on the stove there, on the gas stove. And go put it in there and take you a shower, so you can do that.
Yeah, so listen, you got to do a lot of work to take a shower at Windy Woods.
It's not bad. It's not that bad.
I'll take your word for that one. I'll tell you another great outdoor activity: hunting arrowheads.
Oh man, yeah. God, I wish I knew where to go now.
Yeah, it's so interesting to get on the riverbanks and the sandbars and places where the Indians pitched camp and maybe stayed for a period of time, and the amounts of arrowheads of different shapes and sizes of axe heads and and things that they use, primitive tools. You might even find, some rare artifacts, some pottery and things like that. It's spearheads, and I'm always looking at the ground. And over there at Country Goes Hunting, as a matter of fact, around the Chattahoochee River, there's a lot of arrowheads, and most every time we've ever went over there, we found a couple. And we actually found 2 arrowheads when we went on that hog hunt up there around Macon. This here a few weeks ago. And so keep your eyes to the ground a little bit when you're walking around, especially around rivers. You might find a pretty cool arrowhead, and
that is a great that's a great outdoor activity, man. I wish I knew somewhere right now that had a good place to arrowhead hunt. I'd like to get in with some of that. I've got some friends, some past friends, that I'm not as close with now. One of them, he loved arrowheads. He had a huge collection, had a glass case with some of them in there. He had over $10,000 worth of arrowheads and spearheads.
Wow!
And he was, he found most of his from around the Alabama, the Chattahoochee River, around the Alabama and the Eufaula area. And I also know down there around Fargo, on the Suwannee River, that is a great place to go too.
Yep.
But yeah,
you talking about the collections.
Gotta watch
Trey,
where you get them from too.
Yeah, well, Trey, he's got a lot of arrowheads that he's found through the years. A good thing to do is if you're in an area that there's been some found before. If you'll go, when the farmer's preparing a field and he plows the field, that's a good time to look for arrowheads because the soil, they turn them up and they're exposed. And also after a rain, where the rain washes the water out around the rocks and stuff like that, you can find them then as well. But you can't beat a good arrowhead find, man. And then you start thinking about, what was the Indian like that was shooting this thing, or what did he do with it? And the sheer numbers, man, the sheer numbers of arrowheads out there blows my mind. I mean, that goes to tell you how many Indians occupied this land at one time. It's mind blowing.
Somebody sent me a text, said from what he's heard, it's illegal to take artifacts out of a river in the state of Florida, at least, and arrowheads and things like that. So if you're going to hunt them, you need to make sure what the laws are, because I do know in certain instances it is illegal.
That's interesting. I've never heard that. I guess it would.
It was no problem when we were kids. It's done changed probably.
Well, if that's the case, I would venture to say there's a lot of people got a lot of illegal stuff at their house. But I mean, I didn't know that. If anybody's got any information on that, you can call. We'll be taking a break here shortly, but you can call after the break 229-253-0995. Now I know if you come up on a site, like where there's obviously maybe a burial site or there's a lot of pottery around, you would want to report that to the DNR. Would be the first place I would go, and then they would they would let you know if you can take that or remove it. But I can tell you what, I mean, if it's just laying on the riverbank, somebody's going to remove it.
Yeah, they are.
I can promise you that.
I'd be prosecuted for it, I'm sure.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
But I'll do a little research on that during the break. We'll come back and talk about arrowhead hunting when we get back here on the Good Outdoors. Thanks for listening.
Yep.
With over 40,000 machines in the field, the pro's choice is Dixie Chopper. Be a pro. Buy a chopper. Built right here in America with one simple goal. Build a mower that cuts more grass and doesn't break when you use it. Be a pro. Buy a chopper. With Chopper's price, performance, and reliability guarantee, make the smart choice. Be a pro. Buy a chopper.
Austin's Cattle Company's menu is so big and delicious. In order to fit everything in, we had to write a song about it. So take it away, boys.
'Cause we got hand-cut steaks and taters, too baked to taste better than your grandmother pound cake. Hallelujah, and reach the sky, just load it up and pile it. How we got prime rib, seafood, salad, and baby back food so good it'll make your lips smack. Austin's Cattle Company's where you're gonna go when something gives you an attack. Come on in and settle down, and you'll be chilled like the king of town. Order up your favorite meal and turn that sad pound upside down. I guarantee you'll slap your knee when you eat it. Austin's Cattle Company.
Just head on down Austin's.
Woo, that's good.
So there you have it, folks. Next time you get a craving for something tasty, stop on by Austin's at exit 16 off I-75. There's something on the menu for everyone, and they serve big portions so you'll never leave hungry. From seafood and prime rib to the freshest hand-cut steaks, chicken, and ribs you can find. Austin's Cattle Company is truly an addiction you never have to quit.
Tune in to 99.5 Kicks Country from 4 to 6 a.m. Monday through Friday to listen to the Good Outdoors crew. We talk about everything in the outdoors.
From hunting, fishing, camping, to boating and horseback riding, with an emphasis on getting kids outdoors. Heck, we even talk about big feet and outhouse escapades. You never know.
Join us for a good laugh and how-tos and why not. You can even call in live.
That's the Good Outdoors. Weekday mornings from 4 to 6 on 99.5 Kicks Country.
And like us on Facebook at The Good Outdoors with a Z and thegoodoutdoors.com.
Attention Outdoor Nation. Adel Outfitters, located at Exit 39 on I-75 in Adel, Georgia, has over 18,000 square feet of outdoor unbelievability just waiting on you. Specializing in a wide range of outdoor supplies for everyone, including hunting, fishing, shooting, kayaking, camping, Little League, clothing, knives, boots, you name it, Adel Outfitters has it. They also have that personal one-on-one attention that you just might not be getting from some of the big boxes, and Adel Outfitters has a whole lot less overhead, so you'll be surprised at the deals. So come see us now at Adel Outfitters, Exit 39, Adel, Georgia. Woo-wee! Sweet Tea Smokehouse on South Hutchinson Avenue, Adel, is the bomb. You ain't had good old South Georgia barbecue if you ain't been to Sweet Tea Smokehouse. Ribs, chicken, pork, beef, good grief, this is some fine eating. And it ain't called Sweet Teas for nothing. Ice cold sweet tea and good old barbecue plate with all the trimmings is what living in the South is all about. Head up Highway 41 north towards Adel. Swing into Sweet Tea Smokehouse for lunch or dinner. Great southern barbecue like it's supposed to be. And don't forget some of that fine Brunswick stew. Woo-wee!
You're listening to The Good Outdoors with Steve, Daryl, and Ronnie on 99.5 Kicks Country. Now, let's get back to the fun.
Welcome back to The Good Outdoors, man. I've been doing a lot of research on in this 3 minutes here. A lot of research.
You do a lot of research in 3 minutes.
Trying to find out about picking up arrowheads in the state of Georgia as far as the laws go on it. And it's kind of sketchy. I haven't really got to where I wanted to get yet with it, but I'm not sure, if it's illegal, legal to collect them, pick them up, disturb them. It's just hard to say. Hey, we got a call coming in. Let's hear it this morning. Good morning, caller. You're on The Good Outdoors.
Good morning. How y'all this morning?
Great, man.
That's good. Listen, I live down close to Cherry Lake on the Little Osceola River.
Mm-hmm.
And a few years ago, I dug a pond, and the Swanee River management would not let me remove the soil from the area because they said at one time there was a Indian burial ground there.
Yeah, really.
And I might disturb the artifacts. But let me ask you a question. If I got a bulldozer and an excavator in there, what kind of damage am I going to do to the artifacts?
Yeah, it's going to be some disturbing going on. I can guarantee you that.
But they would not let me remove the soil from the area.
So you just had to spread it out? Is that what you did with the dirt?
Yeah, no, had to spread it out.
And see, this is your own land, right? You own this land?
Right, yeah, yeah.
Now, how's that right for Earl, for anybody to be able to come in there and tell you, hey, you can't do this on your own land?
Well, that's true. That's very true. And, well, the governor has kind of clipped the authority of the Swanee River Management a little bit now, but that was just crazy to me. They would not let you remove the soil from the area.
That's crazy.
Supposedly there was a Indian burial ground, Indian village, or not burial ground, but Indian village right in that area somewhere or another or something. But that was crazy to me.
Yeah, you would think they would at least come in there, once you dug it and come in there and, looked around in the dirt to see if there was something there. And if there wasn't anything there, let you haul it on out of there.
Yeah.
I think everybody's sensitive. If you found some artifacts there, they could come in there. You'd let them collect it and preserve the history of the area. But to tell you just can't move the dirt is just stupid.
I heard that. And if the stuff is left in the dirt, nobody can look at it and visualize it and this, that, and the other. Put it on display somewhere or something.
That's right. Where somebody can appreciate it. That's exactly right.
That's right. Yeah. But that was one of the craziest things I've ever heard of, in my opinion.
Yeah. Did you find that after you dug the pond, or as you were doing it?
No. I had to get a permit.
And they told you ahead of time. So they told you ahead of time.
There was a pond already there, and all I was going to do was dig it out.
Huh.
Good gracious.
No, we had to get a permit.
So now you just spread the dirt around, and now it rains over a few years, and eventually it fills the pond back up. You got to dig it out again.
Well, we did have to dig it back out again.
Yeah.
But we designed it a little different, or my brother did, and we hadn't had any more problem with the dirt, washing in. But we couldn't remove the dirt, couldn't haul it off and spread it somewhere else, and nothing. It had to stay right there.
That's some strange stuff right there.
Yeah, but you know, Florida gets crazy with some of their stuff. I understand protecting the waters and this, that, and the other.
That's
you know,
right.
But some of that was crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy.
And you know, that's the start of the Little Osceola River right up by my house, and that was weird.
That is weird.
All right, y'all have a good one.
Appreciate it, man.
Appreciate you calling in. 229-253-0995. You know, I think we all agree that when you find something historical out there, you ought to report it and everybody do their best to preserve it. But to make a blanket policy that if you find an arrowhead in a riverbed, you can't move it, that's pretty stupid right there.
I found something that shows that if you just find it on the ground, you can take it as long as it's not on federal or state land, stuff like that.
Okay.
You can't go digging for them.
I got you.
I've got a good website right here pulled up, and it's the Georgia Council of Professional Archaeologists, and it says is it legal to collect artifacts? Is it legal to dig for artifacts? And it says laws pertaining to private lands distinguish between surface collecting or digging. On private property, it is illegal to collect artifacts from the surface of private property if you have written permission from the landowner, but be sure not to trespass. On private land, it is illegal to dig or metal detect for artifacts if you have permission from the landowner and if you have notified the Georgia Department of Natural Resources within 5 business days before you begin. And this includes all ground disturbing artifacts, including those Civil War sites. And it's generally illegal to dig human burials and or collect human skeletal remains of burial objects. So you can't disturb a burial place for Indian burial ground. On state property, to surface collect, metal detect, or legally dig in any state property, you must have a permit from the Georgia Department of Resources. And state property includes state parks and things like that. So if just say you're at Reed Bingham and you walking along and you find an arrowhead, you actually have to have their permission to take it from state property.
Yeah.
In federal property, it's illegal to surface collect, metal detect, or dig on any federal lands without a federal permit. So who wouldn't just take an arrowhead, say you're walking around Reed Bingham and find an arrowhead, hey man, this is beautiful, and stick it in the pocket, not knowing it's against the law to do that, and you could legally be prosecuted for it. I don't think they would. So hey, you need to put that back, but you legally could be prosecuted.
You never know. I mean, there's some things that people are prosecuted for that I wonder why in the world are they spending their time, on that. So, and that be one of them. But I believe this: if you were to find that arrowhead and go at Reed Bingham and go up there to the office there and say, "Hey, look what I found," I bet they would want to keep it. I don't think they would, give you any guff about taking it up there or nothing like that. But I think, hey, since you found that here, we'd like to keep it. I think that'd be a possibility. And which I don't have a problem with, honestly. I mean, it helps tell the story of the history of that park and all that. But
so in Georgia, you can actually, as long as you have permission, you can go look for artifacts and all. And it's also it says, is it legal to dive for artifacts in rivers or stream bottoms or along the coast? No. State law gives state ownership of all rivers and stream bottoms as well as the ocean bottom to 3 miles from the coastline. So artifact, you have to, you gotta have permission from the state to do things like this.
I wonder how many laws just of all kind are on the books.
It's useless laws, man. Look up useless. There's some really ridiculous laws.
Oh, I know. Like you can't take your jackass for a walk down Main Street after 12 o'clock on Sunday in Arkansas. That's a whole nother show right there. You're right. There's some crazy ones.
We may have to cover some of that tomorrow.
That's right. You can't. You can't spit on days that end in Y in Wyoming. Or whatever.
Yep.
There's some crazy stuff.
Man, there's some crazy laws.
Yeah, but there again, I wonder if you were to just list every single law in the United States, I bet you there's no telling how many. There's probably millions. I don't know, man. It's just regulations and laws, buddy.
Yeah, man.
You gotta have some of them. Some of them are stupid.
Think about this. Say you're on somebody's property. You're not trespassing. You're on there legally, and you run across a rock and you pick it up. Now, can they get you for stealing? Really? So what the heck is the difference between that and Arrowhead? Really?
He took my rock.
It's an artifact.
My pet rock.
Yeah, he got my rock, man. Let's prosecute him. It's just a misdemeanor offense. I mean, come on, guys. Useless laws. Really? I don't know.
You better govern yourself, and just if there's anything you're going to remove from that, you better get permission. We got a call coming in. Good morning.
Go ahead.
What's going on?
Good morning. You on the air? How you doing?
Good. Hey, if you're on your hunting lease, is that against the law? Wouldn't that technically be yours to do what you're going to do with it?
Well, I don't know. You're leasing the land, so I don't know if you're leasing the artifact part of it or not.
Yes, it's probably spelled out in the in your lease, I would imagine.
It's hard to say. It's hard to find on here too, as far as if it's legal or not, Ryan. So I don't know.
Yeah, because where I'm at on that river, it's full of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I'd say pick them up.
Pick them up and keep your
where'd
mouth
you
shut.
find them in my backyard?
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Not telling you to break the law, but that's how I do it. Where'd you find them in my backyard?
Yeah.
Somebody gave them to me, or whatever.
That's right.
All right. Yeah.
Appreciate it, man.
See you.
Hey, we had another call, and we had two calls coming in at the same time. So you want to call back 229-253-0995.
That could have been Sam calling in. We'll try. Well, here it is. Whoever it is calling back. Good morning, caller. You on there on the Good Outdoors? How are you?
I'm fine. How y'all?
Oh, we're doing fantastic. Was that you trying to call in just now?
Yeah, that was me.
10-4.
Y'all was talking about stupid laws in Nashville. It's against the law to put an ice cream cone in your back pocket.
Well, by God, it ought to be.
Yeah, I mean, who would want to do that?
That's right. Who wants a mess like that in their back pocket?
Yeah.
Really?
Anyway, I thought it was funny. So
that is funny. Hey, thank you, man. We appreciate that.
Yeah, appreciate you calling in. So in Nashville, Georgia, it is against the law to put an ice cream cone in your back pocket. Keep that in mind as you go out through the day.
I said, hey, we're going to hit the Rusty Nut weather report right quick.
Hit it, brother.
And I'm trying to pull up
the absent nut weather report.
Yeah, the absent nut weather report. I think it's 36 degrees out there right now. Yeah, 36, a high of 71 today.
That ain't bad.
It's going to get nice out there. I'm trying to pull up the rest of it. Y'all going to have to bear with me.
Well, I tell you what, that wind, we talked about this the other day when I had my little truck issue there, that wind was cutting through me, and I left my jacket on. I was about to freeze my butt off. And it said I think the temperature at that time was about 60.
Yeah.
But with that wind blowing, man, it was cold, dude.
Well, today's going to be 71, 7 mile an hour in the wind today. A low of 41 tonight, 75 for a high tomorrow with 4 mile an hour wind. Saturday, 47 Friday night, Saturday morning, 47 degrees. High 79 Saturday. Excuse me, chance of rain 10%. 7 mile an hour wind Saturday and Easter Sunday. A low of 53 degrees, a high of 78 for Easter Sunday with isolated thunderstorms, only 30% chance of rain.
Well, ain't too bad.
Very nice weather. Nice weather.
Be on the safe side, probably get your egg hunt done early in the day.
Yeah.
Before the afternoon sun heats up the atmosphere and causes a downpour.
Mm-hmm.
Aladdin, it's probably cozy and nice and warm in the old lamp, isn't it?
Always.
Hey, leave Aladdin alone.
Yeah, we love him.
Hey, man, we got to take another break. Come back with a wrap-up segment here on the Good Outdoors. Thanks for listening, everybody, and we'll be right back.
So, Dawson, is Dad so ill about you calling him out on his shooting ability?
I don't think so, but I have seen him on the range a lot more lately.
Dad always says practice makes perfect.
That's what he says, but I don't think it works for adults.
Why do you say that?
Well, from the look of the scorecard, it's making it worse.
Dawson, bring me some more shotgun shells.
Okay, Dad.
If you need some practice, come by Southwind Clays and Quail on the Quitman Highway just past the river headed towards Quitman. With a top-notch clubhouse, a 5-stand, sporting clays range, as well as a rifle and pistol range, Southwind has what you need to succeed. World-class quail hunting is also available with some of the finest bird dogs around.
Dad sure shoots a lot.
Yeah, if he keeps this up, Mom's gonna be mad.
Why is that?
Because he's spending all Mom's shopping money on shotgun shells.
Hi, I'm Barry Broom with Allstate Insurance Company. I'm a big fan of the great outdoors. There are many recreational activities that allow us to enjoy God's creation. There's boating, camping, hunting, hiking, fishing. Think about all the gear, equipment, and vehicles that we have that make those times outdoors so memorable. When it comes to protecting and insuring your firearm, your boat, RV, camper, four-wheeler, even your golf cart, think of me, Barry Broom, your Allstate agent. Call me at 229-244-9856 or visit me online at barrybroom.com. Go make a memory. Enjoy your great outdoors.
Jones Welding and Industrial Supply has been serving South Georgia and North Florida for over 3 decades. With 9 locations in the South, Jones Welding and Industrial Supply is a full-line distributor for all welding and industrial supplies. The Jones mission is to provide quality products at a competitive price in order to supply the best service available. Jones Welding and Industrial Supply has built a reputation for good, honest, old-fashioned service. For a location near you, visit www.joneswelding.com. Jones Welding and Industrial Supply is a proud supporter of the good outdoors. Val Optics on Patterson Street in Valdosta, Georgia has been providing 1-hour service for 25 years. From eyeglass repair to eye exams conducted by one of 2 on-site optometrists, Val Optics is there for all of your eyesight concerns. There is no need for an appointment and most insurances are accepted. Val Optics also accepts outside prescriptions. So if you need eyeglass repair or an eye exam, stop by Val Optics at 601 North Patterson Street, Valdosta, Georgia. 25 years in business says it all.
So you need a car, truck, or SUV? Look no further than Midway Auto Emporium at 4189 Bemis Road, Valdosta, Georgia. Cameron and Melissa Tucker has been serving the Valdosta area for over 7 years now. They are a family-owned and operated local business with hometown values and still believe in handshake deals. With a great selection of used cars, trucks, and SUVs, with a Carfax report on every one of them, along with bank financing at all credit levels and interest rates as low as 1.85% with approved credit. 4189 Bemis Road, or visit their website at midwayautoemporium.com.
It's the Good Outdoors on 99.5 Kicks Country. Now, let's get back to the fun, talking about everything to do with the outdoors with Steve, Daryl, and Ronnie.
Welcome back to the Good Outdoors on 99.5 Kicks Country, broadcasting live Monday through Friday, 4 a.m. to 6 a.m. This wrap-up segment is brought to you by Southwind Sporting Clays and Quail. Go visit John Peak out on the Quitman Highway just past the river on the right. Go out there and shoot you some sporting clays. When it's quail season, you can book you a fine quail hunt. Got a nice party house out there. He does birthday parties for kids. Has rifle shoots out there. He's got for the kids. He's got a rifle range, a pistol range. There's fun for everybody at Southwind Sporting Clays and Quail. John Peak's been with us. Sits here since day one on the Good Outdoors, and we appreciate him. We ask everybody to go out there and check him out, and he does a fine job. He owns a place in Jacksonville as well, so he entertains the people in the concrete jungle down there as well. So we were talking about China earlier. With all the people over there, I bet you could open you up a sporting clays range over there and do well.
Yeah, they already do. They shoot
do?
over there. Yep, yeah. They sure do. That's one of the outdoor activities they get to participate in.
Well, that is a fine outdoor activity, and and it's not gender restrictive or age restrictive. If you're old enough to hold a shotgun, you can fire it off at a sporting clay. Men, women, and children of all ages and all different walks of life can go out there and enjoy it. You don't have to have any of the equipment. Just bring your shotgun and your shotgun shells and fire away. It's that's a lot of fun. T3 tip of the day is when you're enjoying sporting clays, wear ear protection. Wear any kind of shooting sports. You don't get a chance to recoup your hearing later on in life, and you need to take care of it. You can go by T3. He has several different types of things to protect your ears up there on the shelf. So go by and see Judd at T3 Outdoors on Perimeter Road, right by Zacadoo's or McAdoo's or Zacadoo's, whatever it's called now. Just down from Dunkin' Donuts, I can tell you that. From personal experience.
Donut place, Daylight Donuts.
Right, Daylight Donuts. Daylight, evening, any time of the day, a donut's good.
Man, I tell you what, I think tomorrow on our Feel Good Friday show, we're going to cover some crazy laws.
That would be good.
Chad Everett sent me one just a few minutes ago that he knew of from Arkansas. He said a man can legally beat his wife, but not more than once a month.
Really? Where's that at?
Arkansas.
Well, now
might be moving here next week.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
I bet Chad's wife was glad when they moved out of Arkansas.
I bet. Nah, Miss Katie take care of Chad.
Yeah, she looked like she could hold her own. I wouldn't mess with her.
I wouldn't. But we're going to cover some useless laws tomorrow. So y'all get them up, get them ready, post some on Facebook, and let's hear them. And we'll
try to link them to the outdoors. That'd be good.
Yeah, that would be funny.
I don't think wife beating's a very good outdoor activity.
No,
so but maybe we can cover some. That's good. We'll do some research tonight and see what we can come up with, and you do the same, and we'll kick off Good Friday. And hey, people, let's not forget what this weekend represents. We are proud to tell everybody in Radio Land that we are Christians, and we believe that Jesus rose on the third day to save us from our sins, and we're going to celebrate Easter. It's more than chocolate bunnies and Easter eggs, and but I'm all for that because it puts it helps us use a tool to get the kids focused on what that day is about. So don't be remiss and just go out and go through the motions, find the Easter eggs. Make sure you tell your children what's going on that day, and we proudly support Easter here in the Good Outdoors, and we hope that you do the same, and we're probably reasonably sure that if you're listening to this show, you probably do believe in a higher power, because that when you're out there enjoying the good outdoors, it was created by somebody, and it didn't just evolve and happen from a big bang.
That's right. Amen. It's a great weekend to be outdoors too, because Sunday is the it's just a special day that we're going to celebrate, and it's time to be spending a lot of time with friends and family. And I know a lot of people are going to be traveling, so y'all stay safe in your travels.
Yeah.
And keep everybody in your prayers and everybody in your thoughts, and just remember what we're all doing on Sunday.
Hey, be thankful. Be thankful. That's what it's all about. I was just thinking how they have a lot of states, and I don't know if the country does, but I know the state of Georgia has a free fishing day, and there are some things that celebrate the good outdoors, but I think that we ought to be making a movement to have a good outdoors day, a celebration of the good outdoors, no matter if it's hunting, fishing, camping, four-wheeling, bogging, arrowhead hunting, whatever. Let's have a day dedicated to the good outdoors. Preferably, let's be off that day with pay. But we have a call coming in. We'll take it real quick. Good morning, caller. You're on the air on the Good Outdoors. How are you? Hey, buddy.
Stick again.
What's up, buddy?
I'm getting bad interference.
Interference?
Interference.
It's probably Big Brother.
In Hayhire, we will write you a ticket for showing your underwear. I ain't kidding. It's a $100 fine if you're in the city limits of Hayhire if your underwear showing.
That's not a useless law, though.
No, it ain't.
Unless you're a plumber.
I wish we'd do it. Yeah, I wish we'd adopt it nationwide. It'd be all with me.
Amen.
Pull your drawers up, brother.
Pull your drawers up.
That's right. See your skid marks in Hayhire. Good Lord.
$100 fine in the city limits.
Good. I didn't know that, Stick.
We could probably put a debt in the national, put it in the national economy if we went to Lowndes High School and wrote tickets.
Yeah. No doubt about that. No.
Dang,
Lowndes or Valdosta, either
Lowndes
one.
or Valdosta. We could put a little dent in the debt.
Droopy Drawers you could generate some revenue.
Droopy Drawers.
Yeah, no doubt about it. A worldwide movement.
Yeah.
Good deal. Appreciate you sharing that with us. I did not know that. I'm excited about that. I live in the city limits they hire, and I am in a underwear-free zone. I like that.
So I guess if you're safe, you don't wear no underwear then.
Yeah, but that's a whole nother topic there.
That's a whole nother
topic. I didn't say about that. I can get out of one.
If you're going to wear underwear, you better keep your daggone pants pulled up at Hayhire. I can tell you that.
That's okay. I see one here in Quitman. It's illegal for chickens to cross the road.
Well, I hate it when that happens. My chickens are confined to my house, and they're not going to be crossing the road, although they are now eating me out of house and home. That is the eatingest creature I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, God.
Golly, I ain't going to be able to take it. I'm telling you right now, they're going to be cooked pretty soon. Or they're going to be free-ranging chickens. That's a mess right there now.
Chickens. I don't know whatever possessed you to get some chickens.
I don't either.
I
don't know how this happened. I don't. I went up there and I got 2 chickens, and they died, and somehow I ended up with 10. I don't even know how it happened. It's all a blur. But I wish I could go back. Now I've got I think 8 left, maybe, or 7. I don't even know. But I'm telling you, man, they can eat. I've never seen anything like it. I don't care how much I put out there, they eat it. They just gorge themselves, but they're getting big. I will say that. I don't know how long it takes. If anybody knows how long it takes to get a chicken to egg-bearing age, from the time he's a little bitty to the
Little
time
bitty
he
bitty. Little bitty
till
bitty.
the time he starts laying. How long that is, I sure would appreciate a tip. 229-253-0995. We won't be here very much longer, but if you can call in the next couple of minutes, I'd like to know the answer to that. I guess I could Google it, but that'd be too easy.
I know.
That's no fun.
But chickens are not liked in Columbus, Georgia, though, I see.
They're not?
No.
Is there a law against them in Columbus?
No, there's some crazy ones in Columbus.
We're going to have to save them for tomorrow now.
Yeah.
Hey, Lisa Griffiths is back at work.
Back at, well, thank God. I hope she's all right there. She had the incident of falling off the golf cart, and I know she had a little bit of surgery. I guess she's probably got that corrected. But our thoughts and prayers are with you, Lisa, if you're listening. So
yeah, she's listening. She said she had another client. Heard it on Good Outdoors. That always helps a lot. Hey, we got a call. We're going to take real quick. Good morning, caller. You got about 1 minute here on the Good Outdoors.
Hey guys, it's Chad.
Hey, Chad.
Hey, for Steve, it took us about 6 months to get them big chickens to lay an egg.
6 months.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, I ain't gonna be able. I'll never see an egg, Chad. I can't afford it. We're gonna have to set up a PayPal account for everybody to donate money to feed my chickens.
There you go. Come on out to our house. We got about 5 to 7 a day.
10-4, 5 to
Y'all
7 a day.
I look forward to dumb laws for tomorrow.
Oh, it's going to be fun. Chime in and help us out with it.
There you go.
I will do. Y'all have a good one. We'll
see you.
Yeah, if anybody can come across a dumb law and can post it on Facebook, we'll talk about it tomorrow. Try to link it to that Good Outdoors. I'm sure we can with a little research. So,
oh man, I guarantee you, there's a lot of useless laws out there. There's useless laws right here in Lowndes County and Valdosta, Georgia. They're all over, man, and some of them just get crazy.
Yeah, there's good laws and there's bad laws. Stick called in with a good law to keep your drawers pulled up, and then the lady in Nashville, that's just a funny law, not putting an ice cream cone in your back pocket.
I wonder how that one come about.
Well, I can speculate that maybe somebody, I don't know why somebody would put it in there, but if you did put it in there and you went and sat in a public place and got up, you would leave a mess. So if anybody knows the origins of that particular stupid law, that would be helpful.
One funny one, it probably came about like this. Drew at work, he says his grandson, he said what he wants to do when he gets a little bit older is fill his pockets full of chocolate and send him home on a good hot summer day.
Yeah, that'll leave a mark right there. So that's a good practical joke there.
Probably where this ice cream in the back pocket law might have come from.
Yeah. Oh, here's somebody calling in real quick. Good morning, caller. You're on there. You got about 20 seconds.
Morning.
Good morning.
I wish they would move that law in Hayhire statewide.
Oh, yes, amen to that. Amen to that.
You know where that came from, don't you? From the prisons.
From the prisons?
Guys patrolling.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
All right, you have a good day.
All right, you do the same. We're going to have to get out of here. We got another caller coming in, but we're not going to be able to take it this morning, so call back. We appreciate y'all listening. We're going to hit the roads. Got Rodney Atkins calling our name to take a back road.
That's right. Time to get in the Good Outdoors, man. Here, calling my name. Y'all have a good day. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Tune in tomorrow. Feel Good Friday.
You've been listening to The Good Outdoors on 99.5 Kicks Country with Steve, Daryl, and Ronnie. Join us every weekday at 4:30 when we'll do it again.